I'm back with another, I guess you could call it a chatty vlog. It's going to be me talking at you for a little bit again, so get a cuppa, get a coffee. I have mine here in my lovely, the mug today. The mug of the day is this ghosty one. I think it's TK Maxx purchase. I have a whole host of Halloween mugs. They're all out, because why not? Because we love the season. Anyway, let's get going with today's vlog. I'm going to talk to you about turning 40. So I turned 40 in January this year, and I'm not going to say it's been like life-changing, like I didn't have like a massive epiphany or anything as soon as I hit 40, but it's definitely made me ponder on getting older and things that I kind of wish I knew in my 30s that have kind of been solidified with age, and just the way that I feel being 40 and the way that I think about things now. My 30s were very much a time of change. I had 2 kids. I had my first when I was 35 and my second when I was 37. When my first child was born, Eli, he was born via an emergency C-section, and that in itself was quite like, ugh. And then 11 weeks after he was born, my mum died, so there was that whole grief situation to deal with, and then we had COVID a few months after that, and lockdown and all the things that came with that. So my late 30s were very much a time of change, for many reasons. Obviously having kids is just a massive life thing, isn't it, anyway? And then losing your mum is also like a huge thing. So I feel like that might also contribute with how I felt getting into my 40s and like a new decade, a brand new decade. But a lot of it is to do just with aging and just becoming more comfortable in myself. And yeah, I thought I'd just chat about that a bit. If you're new here, my name is Kim. Hi, welcome. I am a self-employed designer. I have a couple of businesses. I also do websites and branding and stuff. I love to travel with my kids. We love Disney holidays. We love theme parks. And I like to vlog about it. And I like to vlog about life and about just anything, really. So give this a thumbs up. Give me a follow. It's free. It would really help the channel. And yeah, let's get into it. I think as I've grown older, I've become more comfortable with setting and keeping my boundaries. Whether that's in work or life, I've just become a lot more strict with setting them and a lot more firm with myself in holding those boundaries. So I work for myself, and boundaries are something I think when you are self-employed that are very important, more so than if you worked for a company where you work a 9 to 5. I think when you work for yourself, it's very easy to let your business slip into your life, and for me, the main boundary with that is switching off and not working 24/7, not replying to emails 24/7, and keeping some spaces specifically for non-business stuff. Like my Instagram is not a place where clients can contact me about stuff, and holding that boundary is important to me. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm realising that those firm boundaries are really important, and it's something that I wish I'd done earlier in my career and my life, basically. In my 20s, I wish I'd held those boundaries a bit firmer, but it's hard when you're kind of just figuring shit out, isn't it? It's difficult, but as I've gotten older, I've definitely gotten better at that, but I wish I had been better at it in my 30s. I've also kind of stopped minimising myself. I've stopped minimising myself to be more palatable to other people. I swear, I listen to loud music, I am very much myself the majority of the time. A lot of the time I'm just super awkward, and I've just had to become more comfortable with being super awkward. I also believe in calling things out, and that can make people feel uncomfortable when you call something out. I've always been quite comfortable with showcasing what I believe in and talking about that on social media and stuff and in real life, and both politically and ideologically, and I feel like that's so important. I feel like I do that more now that I'm older than I did in my 20s, although, you know, it's something I've done a lot. But I feel like sometimes when you get into your 30s, you kind of feel like you have to minimise yourself a bit, or sanitise how you talk, or change who you are to make people be more comfortable around you, and I think that that's not a good thing to do at all. And I feel like as I've gone into my 40s, I've reverted a bit, and I feel like I did it in my 30s, but now, since having kids, since getting older, I'm like, no, I'm just going to be 100% authentically me all the time. And if that offends people, if they're offended that I don't think children should be dying in Gaza, then that's their problem. And yeah, don't minimise yourself. Shout about who you are and what you believe in. I am a lot more conscious of what I say yes to nowadays. I used to say yes to a lot of things, but now I do not have the time to say yes to absolutely everything that comes to my door. I say no. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And being stricter with what I do say yes to means that I get to say yes to the really good things and not the things that are just a bit And I think that if I'd have done that when I was younger, I don't know, I felt burnt out quite a lot when I was younger, and I think a lot of that was to do with taking on too much, thinking that I had to say yes to everything when in reality I didn't. And it kind of worries me what if I'd have said no more, what I could have said yes to. So be very careful with what you are saying yes to, and make sure that it's a hell yes, that you are saying a hell yes and not just a yeah I guess, because your time is precious and you need to honour that by only doing things that you really want to do. I have become more cringe. The older I have got, the less fucks I have to give about what other people think of me. And I feel like in the past few years I have regressed to the things that I loved as a teenager and in my early 20s, both musically and in terms of the things that I enjoy doing now, cozy gaming, crafting, going to Disney parks and stuff. I have embraced that, and a lot of it is cringe. People might think it is cringe, but I honestly don't care because I enjoy it, and having fun and being joyful is more important than what somebody else thinks. So if you are doing something that someone thinks is cringe, just absolutely ignore them. They're the ones that are having no fun. If they're just too busy cringing about other people, yeah, ignore them. Do the cringe things and have fun. I've come to realise that experiences and doing things that you have always wanted to do is way more important than physical things and houses and cars. I would rather have an experience than a brand new car. I think you should plan for a long life, but embrace experiences as if it's a short one. I think you should grab everything that you possibly can with both hands and just do things as and when you can. Personally, we decided not to move house. That was one of our big life decisions of the last couple of years. We decided to hold off on moving house to a bigger house. This house is adequate, it's fine for us at the moment. We could do with a little bit more space. The kids share a bedroom, but they're of an age now where I want to create memories for them, and I want to take them on holiday, I want to take them travelling. I could not do that. We could not do that if we had moved house. We would be stuck with a larger mortgage, and yeah, it wasn't a priority for us. And the same goes for like getting new cars. I'd rather take my kids somewhere than having a brand new car, do you know what I mean? And that's going to look different for everyone. It might be that you don't get a new phone and you go somewhere. Like, I'd rather spend my money on experiences and memories than physical things. And that's not to say I don't like physical things. Like, I like getting a new phone, but yeah. In my 20s and 30s, I went to the gym all the time. I was really into it. I was into fitness, and I would go several times a week, and I was really like on it. And then when I had my kids, I stopped because they take up a lot of time, surprisingly. And I really wish I'd pushed myself a bit more to get back into a routine, because being fit and staying fit as you get into your later years is one of the most important things you can do. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You need to do weight bearing exercises. You need to stay fit. It's just, you need to be mobile when you're older. You need to be. And the way to do that is to be mobile now and to be fit now and to move more and to eat a little bit better. I don't eat the best, but I go to the gym and I lift heavy things, and not just for the physical benefits, but for the mental benefits as well. It is amazing, and it's just something I wish I'd made more time for it after having kids. I wish I'd forged a bit more time and planned it in. It's so difficult though, and I know exactly why I did it and why I couldn't do it. And I can completely empathise with people who can't fit it in, because it is tough. But yeah, I wish I'd done more of it in my 30s. But I'm doing it now. I'm back at the gym. I've got a really good routine, and I'm on my collagen, I'm on my supplements. I am going to keep my body going as long as I possibly can. I think when you're in your 30s, and there tends to be a lot of changes in your 30s from both your own lives and your friends and acquaintances' lives, it's really easy to lose friendships. But I think that's normal. I think it's a normal part of life to experience transitions in friendships, depending on what's going on in everyone's life. And I kind of feel like I wish I'd known earlier that would happen, and that's like a normal part of life. And friendships ebb and flow, and you will find new best friends, or not best friends, like new friends that you spend more time with at certain points in your life. And the friends that you hung out with in your early 30s might not be the ones that you hang out with in your late 30s and early 40s, because of life changes, and because some people might have kids and some people might not, and things don't work as easily, like you can't see people as often, and I kind of wish I'd known that is a normal part of existing as a grown-up, that just friendships and relationships change, and you will find new people, and it can be lonely sometimes when you get older, when you don't have anybody, but that is just a part of it. And I think so much of that is to do with all the changes that do happen in your 30s. Like, so many things happen, don't they? Job changes and family changes, and if I'd have known, then I might have either put a bit more effort into certain friendships, or I might have looked for people that were more aligned with how my life was going at the time with having kids and stuff. I've made some brilliant friendships in my late 30s, and I lost a few friends from my early 30s because we don't do the same things anymore, but we still talk and stuff, it's fine. And finally, I think your 30s are such a transitionary decade that a lot of hard things happen in your 30s. It's kind of, you've gone through that young part of adulthood, and you've come into this really strange transition area where many things happen. For me, it was having kids and losing a parent, and they are very hard things to do and to deal with, but you can do them. It's hard, but you can do them. You will get through it. You will get through these hard days, and there are people that are to support you through it, and remembering that whilst you're in it is important. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That's just a little snippet of life, and let me know if you have turned 40 recently and what advice you would give to your 30-year-old self. Maybe you had hard things happen in your 30s too. I think it's a very strange decade, isn't it? A strange decade to live through, and especially like people that have turned 40 recently, like whoa, what happened in our 30s, guys? So yeah, quite a short one, but just a little chat, and I will see you next time. Bye! Oh, remember to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Please do it. I'm trying to get to 1,000, so thank you!